Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my December favorites, and I know that I missed last month's favorites for November, so I'm going to do a little bit of November and December favorites. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a primer, and this is the Babyskin Instant Pore Eraser Primer, and I am actually very obsessed with it. I love pore erasing primers. It's extremely silky smooth on the skin. I really feel like this is a dupe for the what is it called? The Tarte primer, the pore one. And if you can get your hands on this, I totally would, and I really recommend this. Next I have a foundation, and this is a foundation that I have used in the past, and I ran out of it and I just didn't pick it up, and I was like, you know what, I remember really liking it, and so I want to get another one. And the one that I got is Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. And I've heard a lot about this on YouTube, especially recently, and I already knew I loved it, but I just, I got caught up with other foundations, but I wanted to give this another go. And also, the other foundation I had was good for me in the summer, so it was too dark for me to use during the winter time and all the other times. So I got the new color. The color I'm in is Cool Bone, but this is just such a good foundation. You put it on, and I like using the Beauty Blender with this. And you put it on and it's just so smooth. There's no cakiness to this. It's full coverage, but it's super lightweight, so you don't feel it on your skin. I can't say good enough things about it. This is definitely my favorite foundation right now. Next I have a eyeshadow base, which this is super exciting to find, especially in the drugstore. This is the Color Tattoo eyeshadow base in nude pink, and this is the exact dupe for Painterly Paint Pot. And if you don't know what that is, it's just a cream product, and it's the same color as your skin tone, and you just put it on your eyelids, and it hides all your veins and discoloration on your eyelids, and it just makes your eyeshadow stay on longer. So I am so excited that I found this, and I hope it's not limited edition, but I think it might be, so I'm going to have to go pick up more because I already hit pan on this. But I am absolutely obsessed with this. I cannot believe I found something like this. And again, it's Color Tattoo in nude pink. Next, I have I have a couple more primers to show. For New Year's Eve, I thought it was appropriate to get Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue Glitter Bonding Eyeshadow Primer. And I've heard people rave about this lately. I went to Ulta the other day to pick up something else I'm going to show you, and I saw this, and I was like, I definitely need to get this. It works so well for glitter, and I just think this is such a good thing to have in your collection, especially because, I mean, even if you're going to use just a shimmery eyeshadow, this is really good to put underneath it because the shimmer adheres so much better to your lids. So this is such a good product, and I'm super happy that I picked it up, especially in time for New Year's Eve. And the last base I'm going to show you is the NYX eyeshadow base, a white base. And I know a lot of people have Milk, the pencil, and that's really good if you want to put white in your waterline because it's more like a pencil. But if you just want to use as a base, this is so nice because it's just a pot full of just the white base. It's exactly the same thing as the eyeshadow in Milk, but I feel like this is just easier to get to all of it, so you don't have to keep sharpening it and stuff. Along with glitter and just pigments and things that, eyeshadows and the bases that are so great for, I got the MAC Nocturnal Pigments, which I was so upset I went to MAC and they were completely out of these, so I actually ended up having to get this on Amazon, and it was a little bit more expensive, but I really wanted the black and gold pigment set. And normally these run for $21 a pigment, and the whole set was $32.50 originally. I got it for $45. That's still a really good price for 5 almost full-size pigments. My favorite in this is definitely Museum Bronze and Naked Pigment. Next, I have a couple of palettes that I've been really enjoying. I know I have so much makeup products in this, but with Hanukkah and my birthday, I got some gifts and I was so excited to receive them. The first I got was the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette, and guys, I'm telling you, this is my favorite palette of all time right now. I am absolutely obsessed with this. It has every single color. You could do neutrals, you could do a bright eye. What I'm wearing today is actually in the Vice 2 palette, and I'll actually have a tutorial on this eye look coming very soon. The color payoff in this palette is better than any Urban Decay shadow I have ever used. And Urban Decay shadows are really good, but this in particular, you put your hand in it and it's there. This is the best palette I've ever had in my entire life. I'm obsessed. Last eyeshadow palette, I got the Naked 3 palette, which I do have a tutorial on this. I will have another one coming soon as well for that. The Naked 3 palette. I was very on the fence about this. So was like everybody else in the world, because I've seen so many tutorials that are like, oh, I was on the fence. I was definitely on the fence about this because this palette, it's gorgeous. There's no doubt about it. And they're all pinky tone shades. This also I think is beautiful to use on brides, and these are just the perfect colors for them. And I just can't wait to use it for that. And at first I didn't like it as much when I first started using it, and now that I'm using it, I am loving it more and more. I just think that you have to give yourself time to really use it, to like a product, to really tell if you really will like it. And I am obsessing over this. This is such a good palette. It's not like the other Naked palettes. I feel like the 1 and 2 are very, you know, taupey and warm, and then this one is very very different from that. So if you're thinking that it's very much like the Naked 1 and 2, it's not. But if you want to see a full review on this, let me know in the comments below or like this video. Last makeup product. This is Benefit's High Beam, and I talked about in one of my tutorials that I really didn't like this when I first got it, but now I really like it, and that is very true. When I first got this, I actually got this for a 500 point reward, so I got a full size. I was so happy to see that I got a full size of this, and I used it and I was like, there's nothing there. I'm actually wearing it today, by the way. And I was like, there's nothing there. Like, this is not a good, I really liked very shimmery. But honestly, if you just dot this and then like blend it in with your hands, I feel like that's the best way to do it, is with your fingers, just blend it in. It's so gorgeous. It's like, when the light hits it, it's like the most beautiful glow. And if you want more, you could just add some, you know, powder over top of it, and it looks gorgeous too. But if you want to just wear this by itself, it is the most gorgeous highlight ever. It's very subtle, but it's very pretty. Moving on to hair. I only have 2 things for hair, but the one thing that I am obsessed with, I really try to find something that's, when I curl my hair, a hairspray that does not make my hair crunchy. And I said in a couple favorites videos ago that I found, you know, I think it was the Healthy Sexy Hair one, and I actually ended up not liking that. Like, after I used it a couple times, my hair was still like crunchy-ish. I didn't like it. So I still was on a hunt for getting it, and I was really on the fence to get the Loreal Elnett satin hairspray. I've heard so many people say that it's so good, and then I heard one review that it's bad, so I was like, oh, I'm not getting it. But this is really not expensive, and I finally got it, and I curled my hair and I sprayed it in. I did not feel any hairspray in my hair at all. So naturally I was like, I don't even know if it did anything. But my hair stayed curled all night, which it never does, and I did not feel an ounce of hairspray in my hair. So I am absolutely obsessed with this. Next, I'm going to be talking about my favorite straightener of all time. I had a cheese straightener a couple of years, like 6 years back, and I used it for like all 6 years, and I took it with me to like across the country and tried using it, and it totally blew and it did not work anymore. I was so upset, and I was like determined to find that same straightener again, and I did on Amazon. And so I bought it and I got it, and it like really did not work at all the same. It wasn't hot enough. It like went, I don't know, it just wasn't working, and it was so upsetting. And I was like, what am I going to do? I'm never going to find a really good straightener again. And so I bought another straightener that my friend used. It's like a professional one, but it was too hot. Like the 3 Bears, too hot, too cold. It was just not good. But I finally found one that was just right. Casey Holmes, I like love her videos. She was talking about the Nume Megastar flat iron and how it's the best flat iron ever. And you know, of course you're skeptical because, you know, the perfect flat iron for everybody isn't the same thing. But I've heard so many people talk about it, and I love Nume. I love their brand. I have their curling wands. I absolutely love them. So I was like, you know what? I mean, and then she had a coupon code for like $180 off or something. This is $200, which is a lot. So I got this for $80, which is still, you know, it's a little expensive, but so much better. And I am obsessed with this. Like literally, I straightened my hair a couple days ago, and it's up in a ponytail now. But it makes your hair feel healthier than before, which doesn't make sense because they're using heat on it. I don't like 400 degrees on my hair, but I don't like 100 degrees. So it's nice because you can, goes from like 100 to 400, so I can pick any number that I want in between there. And I never smell my hair burning when I'm using this. I am obsessed with this. Next, I have one nail polish, and this nail polish is called Sleigh Ride for Two, which is super cute. This is a darker nail polish, and I really, really, really love it. When I picked it up, I was like, I wonder if I feel like I have one like this. And I do have something that is like maroony, but this is more browny. Like, I really like how it's brown, and it has such a cool, I just love it. I'm obsessed with it. I just painted my nails with it, and I love it so much. It's OPI, so it's really good. It stays on your nails really nicely. It's just such a good winter and fall color for this year. Lastly, I have two random favorites. And the first thing is Biore strips, deep cleansing pore strips. What you do is you get your nose wet and you peel off the strip, put it on your nose, keep it on for 15 minutes, and then you peel it off, and there's like millions and millions of blackheads. I know it sounds so funny. I have one honker of a nose, so I like to make sure that my nose looks at least, you know, blackhead free. My last favorite is actually headphones. And these are Beat headphones, and I know that these had so much rave like years and years ago, but I couldn't afford it a couple years ago, and I actually got this for my birthday, and I am absolutely obsessed with these. You just put them on, and they're really like cancel. I can't even hear myself talk, to be totally honest, but they totally cancel like noise when you just put them on, and then you just plug this into, you can put it in your phone and your computer, anywhere you want, and listen to music, and the sound is so good in this, and they're super fashionable. I mean, they're really, really pretty color of purple, and I've been really, really loving that, and I've been loving listening to music lately, so what is not to love about that? So that is the end of my December favorites. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you like these type of videos, thumbs up this video, and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!